do tomorrow.
Never go to bed early. Oh man. Oh wait, shoot! I forgot to open up the
Red Hood, the reason, facts.
reason.
The reason.
Give me a sec. I forgot to legit open the chat, stuff like that.
They need to make a Google Hangout thingy where you can like just have a chat and I had a whole video open.
Yeah.
But
I feel so. We are live. Do you want to say
what is up, buttons?
Jig is here, and Inspector to welcome everyone to the Overleveled podcast episode 63. And to be quite frank, we don't have that many topics. Am I surprised? Not really. Not much has been going on as of lately, but we still got topics nonetheless. And to start off with, I guess we can legit just talk about something that was quite shocking, something that blew up the internet, something that made a console irrelevant, and that is Xbox Game Pass being rumored, and Microsoft isn't denying it, going to the Nintendo Switch. And then it was also followed by another rumor that it is being discussed with PlayStation, for it to go onto that system as well. Now, I'm hearing, from some people are saying for PlayStation's not going to do it because that competes with PlayStation Now, so they don't want that service on their system, which does make sense. But you're going to eliminate your competition. So my thing is, you just make a deal with Microsoft, say, hey, just put your first-party studio games on Game Pass and no third party, because we want the third party, money. That's just me, though. But do we think that this has now made the Xbox system irrelevant? And I have to say, yes, it does make the Xbox system irrelevant. It made it for me once their games went to PC. Now, with Live going to the Nintendo Switch and Game Pass going to the Nintendo Switch, you are legit being able to play games like Ori and other games that aren't demanding natively on the Nintendo Switch, but the games that are on higher demand, such as Gears of War 5, the next Halo, and the next Ninja Theory game, you'll be able to stream it. Personally, don't care for streaming like that, but that's a totally different topic. And Jago, what do you think about this rumor? And people's sources are confirming, and a lot of, I guess, website sources are also confirming it. But it is still a rumor. But what do you think about this?
If it does happen, I really feel. I've been saying this for a while. I feel like Microsoft's trying to leave the console market and go strictly software, because they're a software company. It's what they do. The Xbox was the first time they really started they had Windows phones and all that stuff, but I just feel like they're a software company, and that's what they probably gonna try to stick to what they do best, which is software. I don't like it, but at the same time, it's I really don't care. It would make it better for me. At the same time, it wouldn't, because it's it makes it better so I can just buy a PS4 or a PS5 and not have to worry about buying the Xbox. And I already have a PC, so I'm good there. So it's it will make it easier for me. I can just buy one console, but at the same time, it's we've seen what happens when Sony owns the market share with no chance of a competition doing it. They're gonna make a whole bunch of dumb moves. Well, hopefully they learned their lesson, but Sony, I don't think they ever learned their lesson. So it's like a win lose. I don't know, it seems like a lose to me. You always want that competition.
Oh, it's totally understandable. Personally, it is what it is. Hopefully, if Microsoft truly goes this direction, that another company might come out of the shadows and release a system, and they have top tier developers for their first party studios, hopefully, because it'll be a very one sided thing because it's basically going to be like this, right? It's going to be Nintendo and Sony. Sony's going to be doing their own thing as well as Nintendo doing their own thing. Because Sony and Nintendo aren't really competing with one another, right? Like, we can all agree with that.
Yeah.
Nintendo's doing their own thing with the handheld hybrid. Sony's doing, the big beefy, like, third party and first party support. So it's like two different avenues. Sony's not really, looking to go into the handheld market. They already tried with the Vita, didn't do so well, but it's, neither here nor there. But Inspector, what do you think about the rumors circulating Game Pass going to the Nintendo Switch?
I mean, I'm kind of in the same mindset as Giga, is that like Microsoft has always been a software company, so I mean they're losing all their stuff, so I don't know. I guess they've just accepted that they've lost this generation, so they're just getting all their stuff away.
Yeah, but that's even going into next generation as well. They're like gonna continue doing it.
Oh no, like it's so weird with Sony and stuff because Sony knows that they've won this generation, but I don't want Sony to get overconfident because that's what happened with PS2 leading into PS3, and the PS3 wasn't a flop, but that was
the whole reason why it didn't become a flop was Sony had to kick it in gear after the big stumble they had in the beginning, and they worked super hard with the first party games, and it then overcame Xbox in sales at the ending.
Yeah,
but I was like, oh no, you go ahead, finish.
Oh yeah, sorry, my thought was over. I was just gonna add some stuff, but you can talk.
I was just thinking, like, is Microsoft trying to become like EA, where they just... And I also was wondering, like, if they have their like live on another platform, will that like still have the ads and stuff? Like, so I'm pretty sure that's what they're going for. Like, hopefully they can make up. Like, I'm pretty sure they make a lot of money from advertisements on the Xbox Live, like the homepage and stuff. So like, maybe that's what they're trying to go for, get it out to more people, which means more people they can. Oh, look, we got more people on the Xbox Live. Give us that ad money. I'm just thinking. I don't know who knows.
I do think it's going to be interesting, just because one point is that Microsoft isn't. I won't say Microsoft. Xbox fans aren't going to get anything out of it. I'll say that. What I mean by that is Nintendo's gaining a lot. Nintendo fans are gaining a lot, but Xbox fans aren't getting anything. Like,
I mean, yes, they are.
What?
It gives you one place to get all your best games. Just get a PS5 and you can get all the games. But it's like,
oh man, that's if Sony would ever, allow.
That's what Sony allowed, but we don't know.
Which they're in talks, and this is rumors, but it seems like more than likely because Microsoft hasn't said anything, anything in general. And usually when they don't, like, this is the same situation, right? As when Quantum Break was rumored to go to PC, like, Microsoft didn't say anything. And they let it continue. And then they announced it. This is the same type of situation here. That they're going to let it continue, and GDC, they're probably going to announce something. If not GDC, E3, right? But my thing is, Xbox fans won't get anything out of it because guess what? In terms of if you buy an Xbox system, you're not going to get anything out of it. And you're not going to get Nintendo games out of it. Like, Nintendo's going to be like, no, we ain't giving our games to you.
But what I was going to say, it's like that. If it comes to Sony, then that makes me believe Xbox is going out of the console market. Because the Switch, it's like, it's not really competing. Because it's like, we've seen games on the Switch, bro. Those things look like blurry messes. So it's like
Switch slander
when
here.
it's not slander, just keeping it real. Like every game on the Switch third party looks terrible. It looks blurry, muddy, and ugly. Like they get the worst version of every game. But like if it comes like that's why I say like if it's Sony, if Sony accepts this, then that makes me really believe like Microsoft is because like Sony has like their consoles usually be on the same power level, so it's like it's looking spooky, man. It's not looking good for Xbox fans. Unless you're like me, you just don't care as long as you get to play the good games.
My thing is next generation, get whatever is coming out, like PlayStation 5, have a PC, and have a Switch. Or Switch 2 or whatever. I personally think they're going to continue going handheld for Nintendo, though. But
I'm just saying, every console needs to just go into software and forget it. Just bring all your games to PC, bro. I'm tired of all this console stuff.
My thing is, I did want to kind of give like a little quick history lesson, and it's not like legit you're going to be learning about things. I just wanted to say, I think his name is Nadella. I'm going to say Microsoft boss. The new Microsoft boss changed a lot of things about Microsoft. And back in the day, before he came on, Microsoft OS, in terms of also Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office, those were exclusive to the Windows OS and the Windows devices. You never saw them on like phones or Apple devices or MacBooks or anything like that. We never saw them, right? And then when the new Microsoft boss came, what happened? Legit, all the Microsoft offices were on every single device. They were on, besides the Windows devices, they were on MacBooks. They were on Apple devices, Android devices. They were on everything. And Microsoft as a whole just wants to be a software company now. And Phil basically holds the same ideals as what the Microsoft boss does now. And they have said this multiple times. They want to be the Netflix of gaming, even though I don't think that's really a correct assessment to say and be like, yeah, we want to be the Netflix of gaming, because Netflix puts a lot of content out. And when I mean a lot, they put like hundreds of shows and TV shows, and they put a lot each month. Like, it's ridiculous the amounts that they put out compared to like 2015 when they first, 2015 was like the big push, but it wasn't anywhere near the amount of content now. But in terms of game development, you're not going to be able to create content like that. It's just impossible. It really is.
They crank out a whole bunch of like 2D stuff.
Trash games, then maybe.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of indie games, but no one's gonna touch that.
Netflix does that too, dog. Netflix puts out a whole bunch of trash. Some of that stuff would be like,
I don't know about that. It's like that's a whole different conversation, but because there's like really good shows, right, and some really good movies. Because like Polar, or was it Polaris with Mads Mikkelsen, really good show. Not good show, good TV, good movie, and The Umbrella Academy, a really good show. And it's like they had those shows, Castlevania, et cetera, Mindhunters. And I could keep going on and on. And a lot of good.
Wait, is that Umbrella Academy really good?
Yes.
I was gonna watch it, but I was like, yeah, it looks kind of spooky.
It's pretty good, but it's impossible to be the Netflix of gaming, and you want to have like 1 billion users. Netflix doesn't even have 1 billion users. Like that's insane, but I guess Microsoft wants to do the impossible, and the best of luck to Microsoft, because yeah, it's gonna be too much for me. But going to another topic, right? And we're talking about Shadow of the Tomb Raider sales. So Shadow of the Tomb Raider sold 4 million copies. 4 million copies on all systems, all platforms. Is this a flop?
Yes.
Can I say this is a flop? I can't say if it's a flop because I don't know the budget of the game or the marketing of the game. So I can't say if this is a flop. But they got beat out. Like got beat up by God of War, Spider-Man, Smash, Pokemon. Like that's crazy. Do I think this is disappointing sales? Yes. I think that the rumors about Square Enix putting the reboot on ice now, I think it's true. What do you think about this, Jigo?
Yeah, wait, what did the first one sell? Wasn't it around like 5 million?
Something like that.
So yeah, this is considered a fail for them. I would, yeah, but I don't know if I could blame the game and more of like it seemed like they put a B team and like a lot of stuff in that game was like not up to what we're used to. So I don't know, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The reported budget of Shadow of the Tomb Raider is between $75 and $100 million.
That's just the production of the game, right?
That's for the production budget.
I don't know how much marketing is for games nowadays. Sometimes it's very
Shadow of the Tomb Raider had like none, so it was still bad.
I don't remember seeing it anywhere. Like
there's like 2 trailers. One was a CGI trailer. There's probably a couple TV spots, but like that's all. And maybe like 2 demos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't say whether or not it's a failure or not, or if it broke even. I don't know.
I mean, we know considered to them is probably a failure.
Oh yeah, for Square Enix, very much a failure. They always say a lot of their failures.
Another franchise on ice.
Yeah, Deus Ex, man.
It's along with Deus Ex.
Deus Ex was a really good game series and did not deserve that. And that was all Square Enix as well.
Well, Square Enix has terrible marketing departments.
Well, no, what I said was like if we remember that, like Deus Ex, like that whole like Mankind was it Mankind Divided? Yeah, Mankind Divided.
With the terrible pre-order bonus thing.
Well, no, and Attack on multiplayer that I don't even think the main team even made, and they made them split up the game from like there was supposed to be a lot more in that game, and they cut it so they could do a quicker development cycle. So a lot of things was wrong with that game, and I don't blame the developers. I blame all Square Enix for that. But it is what it is on that front. Try to make sure. Overkill's The Walking Dead has been canceled for PS4, Xbox One, PC version support to be discontinued. So I didn't even know this came out on PC already. So it's a statement said to IGN. Skybound confirmed it has ended its contract with Starbreeze Studios and will discontinue all efforts on Overkill's The Walking Dead. Let me keep reading. As of today, we have terminated our contract with Starbreeze Studios. We discontinue all efforts on Overkill's The Walking Dead. Our creators and their stories are the core of Skybound, and since 2014, we have worked hard to expand the world of The Walking Dead in an exceptional co-op action FPS. We did our best to work with Starbreeze and resolve many issues that we saw with the game, but ultimately, Overkill's The Walking Dead did not meet our standards, nor is it the quality that we were promised. We are exceedingly sorry to our fans and share their disappointment in the game. We remain dedicated to providing our fans with the most premium quality content we can offer. We'll continue to look for alternate video game options for the IP. Well, that's a big FU to the developers. It's like, yeah, this is pretty bad.
Sounded very spiteful on their parts. Like, it's not up to our standards, so let's just drop it.
They were just like, they just crapped on them hard.
I didn't play it, but Pierce, Locked Up Production, he played it, and I was watching him play. That game just didn't look fun, so it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised it didn't sell well from what I've seen. Like, it looked terrible.
Yeah. So far, besides Telltale games, Walking Dead doesn't have any good games. Besides, like, if you ignore Telltale, like, there's a Daryl game that was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was.
Like, jeez, I gotta get some good developers. Isn't this the developer that did Payday 2, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Wow. And people were very hyped about it. Very hyped. That sucks, to say the least. All right. Let's look at. All right. So I really want to talk about this whole thing, and some people made some articles about it. It's like about basically Game Pass with Crackdown 3 and how it makes it, like some people think because of Crackdown 3 being on Game Pass that it should get a boost in a score because it's a good deal, And I don't understand that because that's basically just like that just ruins like philosophy of reviewing games. It's like you can't just be like, oh, because this is on Game Pass for $1. We should give it a point or two higher. No, you judge the whole game in its entirety. It doesn't matter. And I see the fanatics, not the fans, the fanatics that say no because it's on Game Pass makes it better. No, it doesn't make it better. I don't know why people keep saying that. It does not make it better. And then hearing about, I think in the UK, I could be completely wrong. I read something that it's $30 now in the UK or something like that because it did that bad.
But who would buy that for $30, dog?
Nobody.
Like, bruh, I don't know. That game, it's not a bad game, but it's the same game like years ago, just with updated graphics. It's like, bruh, they didn't do any innovating.
So, is the assessment of that game is the embodiment of a side mission game or something like that? I was hearing people compare that to like if you played side missions, that's basically what that game is.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it's more of a like a B. Not even. I would probably play like a C-list game where it's like it's not meant to be taken serious or to be like propped up. It's just a game you meant like it comes out, you play it, and then you throw it to the side. Like it's.
I don't know, but even games like that, like Saints Row, does it better.
But I wouldn't even could put them like Saints Row has a serious story. What like the first two?
Yeah.
3 was like kind of get out of there.
Story, just talking about like the gameplay and stuff like that, like ball, like
crazy. Play better on Saints Row. I don't know, bro. It's just a dated game like that probably shouldn't have been made in the first place. It should have been left where it was, or they
thought it was going to be the next Halo in Gears.
Like, who thought? Where did that need to get
I think
fired?
I think it was Phil Spencer that he thought it was going to be another like big franchise. Like
get fired, bro. I'm being serious with that. Like no.
Okay, I don't want. Actually, I'm going to make sure that I look that up because I don't want to put stuff in people's mouths. Phil Spencer.
Whoa, dude.
Oh man, Crackdown 3 will. Okay, here we go. I think I got the correct thing. Just to make sure. Oh no, so it wasn't. It was not Phil Spencer. I digress. It was Matt Booty.
Yeah.
Well, he should get fired then.
Second part is that we really want to make games that have the opportunity to become a franchise that can sit next to Halo, sit next to Gears.
Well, if you want to make games that are next to Halos and Gears, actually make games other than Halo and Gears.
Yeah, I mean, that's true too.
Who's ever looked at Crackdown but like, you know what, this can be on the same level as Gears and Halo?
And then
Nobody.
Bill Spencer did say CFDs could be as big as Halo or Gears.
Right.
They need to fire everybody. Just come up with a new division, bro. Because everybody there are just up their own butts. Like we were creating great games. Like these games, like even Recore, which was an okay game, wasn't that great, bro. The only game I would consider a great game is Quantum Break. I really love that game. Even though I do agree that the story things, the way they did, like
my whole issue with Quantum Break was right. I paid the game $60.
I did too.
On PC and
Xbox.
The whole problem I have with that game is two things. The what do you call it? The decisions don't freaking matter whatsoever. They just don't. Which just makes no point to even have choices in that game. As well as the TV show being in the game, that also just didn't have to be needed.
Didn't you have to download those on PC or something?
Yep.
That's just trash, bro.
What else happened? Okay. What I thought was cool was the story.
Yep.
Right?
Agree.
But the characters, for me, I could care less about.
I wouldn't say I could care less.
What I mean by that was it was awesome seeing, like, hearing about the powers and hearing about, his brother explain it and how, like, how it shifts and creates, like, different dimensions for, like, was it monsters or something to come out, and we find out that I forgot the guy's name. He's also in Horizon Zero Dawn as like one of them and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, but I don't know his name either.
Yeah, I don't know any of those main characters' names. That's the whole problem. Is the characters are just you could care less about. It's like the
story. Are you talking about like the voice actor?
No, I don't even know the character's name. Like I know he's.
I mean, you're talking about the Horizon Zero Dawn, like
yeah, and he's in Fringe, and I forgot what else he's in.
Oh, JB Blank, if that's his name, I don't know.
Maybe. I think.
Oh, I don't know. No, the guy who played Silence in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, wasn't he working with like the demon or something like that?
Yeah.
No, I think he was a good person, wasn't he?
No.
He was ambiguous in terms of his morality.
Towards the ending, he didn't seem good in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah. I mean, that could be like a swerve though. Like he could take to like I don't know. I say he's ambiguous.
Okay, I can agree with more. He's more ambiguous than evil or good. Like we don't know yet. That's what
he didn't. I mean, he didn't really help Aloy that much. He just like made it harder for the enemies to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all he did.
But to say this, Quantum Break did fail. I don't think it made $1 million. No, I'm pretty sure it did not make $1 million. Big yikes there. But to say the least, yeah, Crackdown 3 does not get a pass for it being on Game Pass, and that should not up your score.
It's more of like you should try it out because it's like only like you can only get it for like $1, like, but that shouldn't affect the review score at all.
Mm-hmm.
The review is not really based on the price; it's based on the actual game itself.
Yep. Exactly. You can't just rate a game just because it's $20. Like, oh,
yeah, like it's a boring game, but it was only $20. 10 out of 10. Like, bro, what? No,
that's not how it works. You just same thing. It's like legit any game. Review it in its respective genre. That's all.
Yep.
If it's a retro-esque 2D platformer, right, then you review it as such. There's no two ways about it. All right, so we're done with that, and I guess we can quickly talk about Mortal Kombat 11. It was announced like midnight or like 2 hours. I don't know. It was midnight. It was midnight for IGN's time, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it was midnight Pacific, but like time zones. It was 2 a.m. where I'm at, 3 a.m. where you're at.
3 a.m. when they showed it for me.
Like, why?
I don't know.
So stupid.
But they showed off Johnny Cage. Looked pretty dope. I thought it was hilarious.
His fatality is awesome.
Hilarious. Thought that was dope. Other than that, it's cool. I don't know what else.
It's Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Like, he looks cool. I like his fatality. I like his fatal blow.
Mm-hmm.
He looks cool. He looks like he just looks like how Johnny Cage usually plays. So
exactly. Did you see this or no?
Nope. I don't play like
fighting games. Oh man, now you gotta play some fighting games now.
I'm good.
Man. All right, so next thing for oh man, we are almost done with all the gaming news. All right, so we can talk about Xbox games with Gold, Adventure Time, Pirates of the. Oh my gosh, here we go. Enchiridion. Don't know. I don't watch Adventure Time. Plants vs. Zombie, Garden Warfare 2. These are both Xbox One games. Star Wars Republic Commando. This is Xbox 360 and Xbox One via backwards compatibility. And Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Xbox 360 and Xbox One via backwards compatibility. What do we think about the games with Gold? Because
meh.
I mean, Rising Revengeance is the only decent one, I feel. Versus Zombie. All right. So let's talk about PS Plus, I think, was announced for February. I have to look it up because I forgot to grab the article for it. Okay, here we go. So, when I say February, gosh dang it, March.
Damn.
March is like about to come around, and I don't know why I was clicking February. What? So PS Plus free games for March 2019. The Witness and Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered are the lone free games for PlayStation Plus subscribers in March. Sony announced Wednesday. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. March will be the first month since Sony started offering free games to PS Plus subscribers in the summer 2010. That lineup of titles does not contain PlayStation 3 or Vita games. Sony announced a year ago that it planned to drop PS3 and Vita games from the monthly free lineups. So we got 2 games. It's meh.
The price increase, bro.
It's meh. There should be more games because they dropped PlayStation 3 and Vita, right? So,
like, what is that one game that came out like during launch? That one,
which one?
Oh my god, I can't think of the game.
There's one that came out and launched, and that was a horror game.
No, not that one. The shooting game. Oh my god,
I don't know the shooting game.
Oh my god, is there any franchises? Oh my god, what is it name? Well, whatever it is, it's like that. I don't think they still haven't given that game away, bro. It's like, come on, bro, just throw that game in there. Let's just get it. So I want to play it, but I don't want to buy it. I can't think of the name of it. I'm just gonna fall back.
Yeah, I can't guess, Jiga. That's too vague. Who do you think? Who do you think has the better lineup?
I'm just have to go with Xbox by the sheer number. Like, they're both trash. Like, throw them both in the garbage can, but Xbox you get more, I guess. So it's like,
All right.
So you get more trash.
True. All right. I think. Oh, one more thing for video game news. Today was an interesting day. If you're a big Pokemon fan, they did have the Pokemon Direct for 7 minutes, and yeah, they did announce. I think we can talk about this now. Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee had a 10 million, like it sold 10 million copies.
Oh,
all right. I've been playing Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, Eevee. I have to say, I don't like the art style in this game. I do enjoy the battles. Hate that there's no random battle encounters, and I don't like throwing Pokeballs at Pokemon in like Let's Go format. Just not fun. I do like how the Pokemons are out and about, though. That's pretty dope. And a lot of people say it's a remake of like Yellow, and then I've been playing it, and it just seems like it takes place after the story of Fire Red and Blue and Yellow and Leaf Green. You know what I mean? Because you see Blue, and then you hear about it when you're in the SS ship. You talk to your friend / your rival, and after you meet Blue again, he talks about how Blue is like one of the top like Pokemon trainers, and that I think it happened years ago, as well as that somebody else was a better trainer than he was, and they were talking about Red. It's like hinted at, so it's not. It's kind of like a remake and not a remake, but it's an okay game. It's not a core game that everybody wanted. But 10 million copies, that's insane. I didn't think it would sell that much. Jacob, what do you think about it selling 10 million copies?
I'm kind of, I ain't gonna say I'm mad or sad. It's just I didn't want it to sell that much because like it's giving Nintendo ideas to just keep remaking, not remaking, but like redoing the old games. But
I don't even think that was the right way to redo it, though. You know,
it's like they changed the battle system now, bro.
My thing is like you still have your trainer battles, but you don't have like random battle encounters and all that.
You don't like level up by catching Pokemon.
Yep, that's the main way of leveling up.
That was weak. But I don't think they're gonna do that for the next Pokemon game.
Yeah,
so
no, they showed. We'll talk more about it, but yeah, it's basically from the footage, random battle encounters in the next one.
I'm good. Like either way, like I mean, it's good for because I know Hardhead actually liked it, so it's good. So, but it's not for me. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like the art style for me just. And we'll talk more about it. Just from Pokemon Let's Go, our style feels really different. I don't know why. And then you compare it to the new Pokemon game, which we'll talk about. Looks the art style is different. It's just like I don't know, character models just feel different or like look different compared to that. And I think I like the character models in the new one coming up better than these models. But that's just me though. So, Inspector, what do you think about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee selling a total of like 10 million copies being sold?
I mean, cool, I guess. Like, I'm not right into that, but I mean, I can't say I'm surprised because, like, Pokemon Go, the original sold a lot, so.
All right, so today, Pokemon Sword and Shield have been announced. They showed how big the map region is. You got your starter Pokemon. I don't know. I feel like the starter Pokemons have not looked as good since the Sinnoh region.
Just to say that, bro.
The Sinnoh region, like that's the last good one, like the last good starters. Now, they could have this changed by the last evolution, and they could look complete badasses, right? Or it could not look like that. So, personally, it's a meh. It's like the starters. I don't care. Some people are like super excited what the starters looked like, and I just wasn't feeling it. But you know, it's gonna have a lot of Pokemon, so it's like hopefully the last evolution will be amazing, right? That's what I think, and hoping that'll be the case. But we did see different environments. There are like the snow levels, which look pretty dope. We did not see a main cover of the main legendary Pokemon for the game because I'm assuming it looks like a dog, and I'm gonna assume the dog is the legendary. But Sword and Shield looks like the same dog, so I don't know if it's gonna be like different by the time where we go to E3 or they show to direct the legendary Pokemon. But yeah, no, I think the environments look beautiful. I know some people are trying to say that they're using 3DS textures. I don't know. I haven't played like the 3DS games in ages. I have not even played the remake of like Ruby and Sapphire, which I heard was really good. And they added like a new like episode storyline or something like that to it, which I really want to play. But yeah, I'm hyped for it. It looks pretty cool. I know some people want to have control of the camera angle. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case unless that was just for trailer purposes. But I think this is probably the best looking Pokemon game to date. I think the art style looks better than Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And I like that there's random battle encounters now, so you can fight, harder Pokemons and level up faster than legit just capturing Pokemon, which I hate in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So yeah, I'm glad that that's the case, and I'm glad that that we're gonna get a new Pokemon. What do you think about this, Jiga? About the whole thing?
As you said, the starter Pokemon all look weak. Not weak. They just don't look like when you look at the starter Pokemon. It's supposed to be enthusiastic. Like, man, these things look beasts. Or if they all don't look great, like one or two look great, and it's like I'm gonna pick that and like, but they all just look weird and it's just.
Dude, I'm not digging at all that water Pokemon.
The fire look whack. The best one is the grass one. Right? And he still looks weak. Like yeah. But other than that, like I haven't played a Pokemon game in a while, so I am looking forward to playing one. Cause like yeah, as a kid, I remember spending hours and hours in Pokemon just playing. And it was fun. So I want to get back into that. But
Yep.
I don't know which one I'm gonna pick though. Oh man.
Are you just gonna pick based off of the looks of the first evolution, or are you gonna wait to see the last evolutions for each Pokemon? Because that's what I'm gonna basically do.
I usually go off the first evolution because that's the one you went the longest.
Well, don't you? Because I remember. Well, I've been playing this. Charmander legit levels like evolves into Charmeleon like level 16 or 17. You know?
Yeah, some Pokemon it's like okay, I'll probably have to just go look at all of them and see which one has the best all three forms together, then choose that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting. Is like because one Pokemon can look the best, and then like the last evolution looks complete ass.
Yeah, but most likely I'm gonna choose the fire because I love fire Pokemon. So
yeah, I'm gonna assume Inspector, you didn't get to see any screenshots.
Nope.
Gosh dang it, Inspector. No, I'm just messing with you. We do got one more topic. I completely forgot. Amy Hemming's comments about, I guess,
Single player games.
Yeah. And, okay, I'm going to chalk this up as...
misinterpretation.
I mean, I read the article. I think it's... This is what I think. I think Amy is just burnt out. She did get screwed over by EA. My thing is this, right? A lot of companies, and I've said this multiple times, that we haven't really gotten a single player game from third party studios besides like Far Cry, like Ubisoft, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Activision, that's all multiplayer. EA is all multiplayer. What else? Bethesda.
We don't even know.
Fallout 76 is multiplayer, right? It's like a lot, and we can't. There's no standout single player game for any third party developer. If I'm going to be completely honest, besides like the Witcher 3, but they're considered indie, so it's like.
Metro, isn't that like a third party?
Yeah, you could say that. I would say Metro. A lot of people don't like Final Fantasy. You got Kingdom Hearts, RE2. It's like But throughout this many years, we should be naming like 20 good single player games from third party. But I can't. It's really hard. Whereas I can name like a bunch of Sony exclusives and Nintendo ones too, and Microsoft. I wish I could, but that's just nothing to name. But yeah, for me, I feel like she's burnt out because of the whole EA thing and them wanting open world game, and now that got canceled to something smaller. It seemed like more linear, so it's like I feel so bad for her, but I think Sony single player games sell a lot of copies. But Jigga, what do you think about her comments? Do you think it's misconstrued or misinterpreted, or?
Oh no, I didn't see her comments.
Oh, you didn't? Oh man.
Mm-hmm. Well, what'd she say about? Because basically, she's saying anything.
There's no Uncharted. You can't release an Uncharted in this type of climate or this type of gaming period.
The dumbest thing I ever heard. Well, third party, I feel like you can, bro. Cause it's like, come on, bro. Like, how can I say this? I don't know. I feel like it's possible to do. Well, I think she might be going at the standpoint of like, it's harder to do because like these companies all want profit. Like she's going at that route. Like, yeah, I can agree with that. Like,
she's saying it's harder to pitch it. Like it's harder to pitch a single player story based game in this climate. That's all like multiplayer based now.
Oh yeah, but yeah, she's basically saying what I'm saying. Where like they say like, yeah, I can make what 100 million off this single player game, or I can make 100 billion off this multiplayer if it catches on and stuff like. So I guess that's what she's trying to say. It's harder to like pitch that. That's the only thing I can see because like if she's made her career based off making single player games, so it's like, yeah, it sucks though.
Yeah, I feel. What about you, Inspector? What do you think?
Yeah, like I agree with her comments, but I think a lot of people are misconstruing them because they think she's saying that single player games are dead when she's not. She's just saying, as I said to Jigga, that it's harder to pitch single player games in this climate. That's all like multiplayer based now. Mm-hmm. And that's true. Like as you said, like, and except for Ubisoft now, that's basically just Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. Those are the two games that they make now, which have, well, Far Cry hasn't really changed, but like Assassin's Creed has kind of changed ever since Origins. But like other than that, all I can think of is like Sony exclusives, like Horizon and God of War and Last of Us and Uncharted, and like all those games, all those games are Sony games. So, I mean, and she worked for Naughty Dog, which was a Sony subsidiary, so like they're known for making single player games. So, and Sony actually trusts their studios to make the games. So, unlike some other studios.
It's fired.
Especially Microsoft.
Yeah. Well, Microsoft and like EA and like I'm not just saying Microsoft. I'm not trying to just say shots at Microsoft. Like EA is another one, and Bethesda.
Shout out to Microsoft though, and EA, and Activision, and Bethesda, and yeah, all you guys. Shout out to you guys. You make some amazing games. 10 out of 10. If you want to, finish sending that check over, I'll just keep saying that. But there was man, oh man, I thought there was one more thing. I think that's actually it. All right. Unless I remember before this podcast ends, But now I want to go into the movie / TV news. James Gunn. His script will be used for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and that's reported by Kevin Feige and Chris Pratt. Actually talked about this earlier before Kevin Feige even announced it, right? So, was I surprised or was I not surprised? I said a bit of both, right? I wasn't surprised, but I was because I didn't know what they were going to choose because it made sense because James Gunn, like for his Guardians of the Galaxy scripts, they're good, right? And they're his character. Like, you know, he understands those characters, right? And having somebody else work on it will totally feel different in terms of, like, you know, dialogue being said, how, you know, said characters would react. My whole issue now is the song selection. Like, how would that work with, you know, James Gunn not being there? Like, unless he made notes about which songs to use, which I highly doubt. He picks the songs, and I highly doubt you put that in, like, you know, the story, right? But I'm not surprised, but I know some people think that James Gunn's going to come back. I don't think so. He's worked on Suicide Squad, you know, 2, and I don't know. We don't even know what the contract, you know, in terms of the contract agreement between Warner Brothers and James Gunn. He might do a multi-deal thing, you know. We don't know. But Inspector, what do you think about that news? Chris Pratt saying that earlier before, and now Kevin Feige, you know, confirming that.
I mean, it makes sense that they're using Gunn scripts. Now I'm just happy because Batista won't cry about it anymore.
Shout out to Batista. What do you think about the whole movie, the song choices, though? Do you think that was already in the story, or you think that that's not how it really works, and he like chooses it when he sees the, you know, sees the scenes play out?
I seriously don't know about that.
That's
I don't know. I don't know if he picks the songs or like if it's a group choice.
Because I heard that he picks like the songs being played and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's very much like the, was it the Guardians of the Galaxies? What, 1 was the 80s song choice, and 2 was like the 90s, right?
I'm not even sure.
I think that's
I don't know. There's a whole bunch of old songs.
Mm-hmm. Or was it 70s then 80s? I don't know. I would have to rewatch both movies. But what do you think about this, Jigga?
From what I would go, I don't know. I could see either both ways. Where like it's like he pictures the scene in his mind, and is like as he's doing the script, like this song is going to play. But then I can also see like he like lets the scene being acted out, and then he puts it in. So I can see either way, but I will hope it's like it's the first one where he pictures on his mind, like writes the script, and then like has the music like insert this song here or something. Because it's like the music is a big part of that like franchise. So it's like if you don't have the right music, that can just throw it off.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
What?
I said understandable. All right, so time to talk about some Halo TV series. Halo TV series found its new director, and that's Ota Bathurst as the new director and executive producer, and he will helm the multiple episodes of the first season's 9-episode order. First season was initially slated for 10 episodes, but was reportedly changed after the show's writers mapped out the season, wrote down the stories accordingly. So he was best known for directing last year's Robin Hood. Oh no.
Oof. That's spooky.
I'm not and the episodes of Peaky Blinders. So that Peaky Blinders is good, and Black Mirror. All right, what I think about? Okay, he worked on some good shows, right? But Robin Hood's pretty bad. So, what can I say? Hope for the best. I don't know. I don't know what to say because I don't know. I feel like this guy's going to leave the show. Everyone leaves the show. Jigga, what do you think about this?
It can be hit or miss, dog. As you said, Peaky Blinders is okay, but then actually, I might have to watch Robin Hood to see if it's as bad as everybody's saying it is. I haven't seen it yet.
It's pretty bad.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's like King Arthur basically, in terms of quality.
I was hyped for that because the dude from Sons of Anarchy was in it, and then I just seen everybody was like, no, it's not that good. I was like, man, how sad.
Mm-hmm. He's a good actor, but he was in a shit movie.
Yeah.
Happens sometimes. It literally happens when you're a TV star. You have to take what you can get when trying to break into the movie business. Unless you have like Emmys and stuff.
But I don't know, bro. Like I'm not hyped for like the Halo. What did they make like a Halo like movie on Netflix or what was it on? I can't think of it. Was on something where it was like a
Halo. It was a machinima thing, I think.
Yeah, I think it was a machinima thing.
Yeah, I watched that and it wasn't great. It was okay. So if they do something like that, I can see it being okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is with that machinima series that it was on a web series budget, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know Machinima is dead now, so
yeah. R.I.P. to Machinima.
That was so weird. Like it was just one day, and they just like decided to delete all their videos.
Yeah, that was, what was it? That acquisition was that? Because I don't know, like the whole like I think it might have been AT&T. Yeah, I think it was AT&T actually. They were just like, yeah, you're gonna be absorbed by these people, and we're gonna just delete everything. But shout out to AT&T. They know what's best for business. JK. Yeah, I think the show is on shaky grounds, to be completely honest. But it is what it is.
And it's on Showtime, so that's already ill.
That's true. Oh, I just remembered what we were supposed to talk about for the game things. I have it pulled up. Microsoft is reportedly set to unveil the new Xbox hardware during E3 2019. New reports suggest that Microsoft will unveil 2 new Xbox hardware platforms during E3 2019, and that Halo Infinite will launch alongside them. So Halo Infinite will be a whatever you want to call it, the Xbox 2 system, like exclusive / PC / Game Pass / Nintendo Switch. And it's reported by French site Juice Video and the Project Scarlet family of next-gen Xbox hardware allegedly be revealed at E3 2019 are scheduled to launch by the end of 2020. The site claims the rumors that the Scarlet consists of 2 platforms, a weaker Lockhart console, and more powerful Anaconda console are also true. They will allegedly be announced alongside the rumored partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft. In addition to this,
like that, it's like cannibalizing. It's like
they're basically having a weak system. It's basically like this, right? They're doing, if we were in E3 2013, right? And they announced Xbox One and the Xbox One X. That's basically what they're doing. It's like PlayStation 4 with the PlayStation 4 Pro. It's like kind of like a phone model thing. That's what they're trying to do there. And in addition to this, Halo Infinite announced that E3 2018 will reportedly launch alongside these new consoles, but will also be available on Xbox One. So what I heard was that wasn't going to be the case. It was going to be exclusive to the launch. So I don't know how true that part is. Yep, and lastly, Ninja Theory, one of Microsoft's newly acquired studios, will allegedly release a new game in the early 2020, which would likely be for Xbox One rather than the Scarlet consoles, which I heard that was true. So, am I surprised about this? No, I think this is. I think Microsoft knows that Sony's going to will reveal their systems this year, or their system. Jiggle, what do you think about this?
I don't, like I don't know who wants a streaming console, bruh.
Was the Lockhart? Or no, isn't there 3 consoles basically, right? The Lockhart is the weak Xbox One, or not Xbox One, whatever it is. Xbox 2. Then you got Anaconda, which was what the Xbox 2X, and then you got the other box, which is a streaming box.
I don't get what they're going on. Just like I'm glad that like I hope they don't do another mid-gen refresh. Like I hope that whatever they call it Anaconda is so strong that it can last the whole gen. Because this half-gen refresh is getting annoying.
I mean, Xbox One X is now irrelevant.
Yeah, it really is. But ain't nothing you can do about that. Some people, if you got a PC, just stay on PC. I don't know, but it's spooky. But as far as Halo, I'm not hyped for Halo no more, bro. Like,
and it's supposed to be RPG. I completely forgot that the game's gonna be RPG.
Wait, is it? I don't know. That I could be actually kind of hyped for if it's different from like the regular Halo and like you start off as like a normal Spartan, you like level up and become like I would be hyped for that. Like, but yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just. I still think they should have waited to 20 or maybe 21. Maybe announce them at 2020, then release them 2021. But they trying to beat Sony to the punch, which is I don't know.
Yeah, but the rumor is Sony is going to release their system not late 2020, but possibly spring of 2020, March.
Well, I guess they're trying to beat them to the punch, dog.
I mean, they're going to try.
Like, that really even help that much? It really doesn't. Because didn't Xbox One release first, or was it PS4?
No, PS4 did.
Wait, are you asking which one came out first?
PS4. Yeah.
PS4 came out like a week before the Xbox One.
But did that really help? No.
Well, the whole reason why PlayStation was successful wasn't because of the 1 week difference, because Xbox wanted to do the really stupid DRM policies and use game policies.
It's really not.
Thing being always on.
All these consoles really have DRM in them. It just like instead of like it was, I think it was like gonna be like a week or something.
Yeah,
that you had to go before you log in or something.
I think it is. It's like they didn't even think about the military and stuff like that. The military would be like, we can't play any games.
I'm pretty sure they can log in once a week in the military.
I don't know. It depends on if they're like doing stuff though. That requires no internet. So it's like for like a week or two. Then they're like, well, this system's legit a brick now. So shout out to Microsoft.
I don't get why they was trying to do that. Like, what is the point? Are they trying to keep you from like hacking it or something? What are they trying? I don't know.
You gotta ask Microsoft that question.
Well, see, I think they know the reason. They're just doing it to be dickheads.
Maybe.
Microsoft.
What do you think about this, Inspector? About them announcing their consoles? Does it make sense? And about Halo being an RPG as well, or having RPG elements?
As Giga said, I think they're just trying to beat PlayStation to the punch. They need to get their announcements out before PlayStation for people, I guess, to be like remotely interested in them. Well, of course, like the hardcore fans are gonna be interested no matter what, but they have to get in before PlayStation, before like PlayStation announces all their stuff, because after Xbox One's, like when Sony did the reveal event for the PS4, it totally demolished the Xbox One like reveal with all the fake applause at the Xbox One reveal.
I heard boos. I don't think there were applauses.
No, what they did is that they put a microphone in like the back where all the Microsoft employees were, and they had the Microsoft employees were clapping, and it was heard through the microphone, so it amplified the applause.
Damn.
At least
man.
At least that was the rumor. Like, I don't know if that's true, but I kind of believe it because there's a lot of groans in that audience during that reveal event.
Oof. All right. So now we'll go into more of the movie and TV side of things, because that was legit it. We're done with the James Gunn thing. Star Wars: The Mandalorian's principal photography is done. So yeah, which is dope, because I can't wait to see the show. It's supposed to come out once the Disney streaming app comes out, which is what, late 2019 or something. 2019, why is it? Yeah, late 2019. So I'm hyped for it. Anybody else got anything to say about it?
Yeah, I think it's good for the show that it wraps.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what happened?
Nothing.
Oh man. So Detective Pikachu, which is so Pikachu trailer came out. It looked interesting. You had straight up Mewtwo in it. More Ryan Reynolds. I don't know what else. I think it's gonna be like. I think a lot of people are gonna sleep on it though. I don't think it's gonna be a bad movie, but I do think it's a lot of people are gonna sleep on it. Before I was really hating on it, and now I'm like starting to warm up to it. But that's just me. Jigga, did you see the trailer?
I did, but I mean, it seems like it's okay. Like, I'm not going to be one of those people who just hate it. Like, oh, it looks. I mean, it looks weird because the Pokemon look weird, but at the same time, they're trying to convert a video game to real life. So it's like there's going to be some times you look at it and it looks weird, but yeah, I'm good. Like, I might see
it. What about you, Inspector? Did you see it?
No.
No. Oh man.
And hate that.
Yeah.
It's just like low interest for me. I wasn't really big into Pokemon when I was young, so.
Don't worry. I'll send a Switch over your way with the new Pokemon game.
Facts.
And I need to see you open it live on whatever you call the Twitter live stream.
Sure. I don't even know how to work the Twitter live stream stuff.
Damn. I'm gonna have to call whatchamacallit, Jeff Keighley. He knows how to work it. Get him over there. Yep, and then he'll probably have you at the Game Awards as a co-host.
Oh, that'd be nice. Even though I probably haven't played like 98% of those games that are being honored.
I feel. So we finished the Detective Pikachu, Star Wars. I guess we can go into the Oscars, and do want to say, because I did watch a movie, really good movie by the way. How to Train Your Dragon, the last movie.
Oh man, I gotta watch that.
Really good, really good. I went to the movie theater. Dude, I saw it in Dolby Atmos, and yeah, it was really nice.
Oh man, he's stunting on his pay like $30 for a ticket.
I didn't pay for my parents. My mom did.
Oh man, she paid $30 for a ticket.
She had morning. We went to the morning, so it was cheaper.
But them tickets are ridiculous. I know that has nothing to do with anything I'm saying.
Yeah, but no, the movie's good. You guys need to go out to see it.
Is Dolby Atmos more expensive than IMAX, or is it like the same?
I think it's the same price. I think. I'm gonna have to like see the price tickets again, but if you go in the morning, your tickets are cheaper. But it depends if you're wanting to go, preview night. I didn't go to preview night. I think I went Sunday. Yeah, I went Sunday to see it.
Oh, I didn't know it was out already.
Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah, it's already out. It's really good.
Yeah, I've seen the first two and I loved them. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Really good.
Yeah, it has good closure. I'll say that it has good closure in this one.
Probably that series.
Mm-hmm. It has good animations and looks stunning to watch.
Like, it has a good, like, they have good stories too. Yeah. It's like as a, I don't know, like, it can be good from adult to like a child. Like, anybody in between could watch that and still have a good time and enjoy it.
Black Bond would say differently.
I mean, God, I won't quote that weirdo.
Oh man, Black Bond would just be like, you guys are grown men watching How to Train Your Dragon.
Like a teenager now, so like he's not a kid, so like shut up.
Yeah, well, Sora's a teenager, so it's like, I don't know.
You know how old Sora is? That's kind of spooky, bro.
I think he's like 13 in Kingdom Hearts 3. I could be completely wrong on that, but that's what I'll have to remember.
I don't listen to 13-year-olds, weirdos.
But yeah, How to Train Your Dragon is really good. Probably my favorite movie this year so far.
Whoa! Spider-Verse, did that come out this year? Or
no, it came out December
last
year. No, I liked it more than Glass. Not Glass. Yeah, I liked it more than Glass. I think those are the two movies I saw this year, right? Glass. No, I saw another movie. What the frick? Oh man, what's the movie before that I saw?
Before Glass?
Oh, okay. No. It was before How to Train Your Dragon. Alita. Okay, I liked Alita as well. Battle Angel. Yeah. So go How to Train Your Dragon, Alita, and then Glass. That's how I would rank it. But everyone needs to see Alita and How to Train Your Dragon. Both great films. What else? Now I guess we can talk about the Oscars. Very much I feel like we're gonna talk about VFX, right? So the Ryan Gosling movie, right? This sparked a lot of debate and controversy in the community in the Oscars. That Ryan Gosling's was it a First Man or
First Man
won Best VFX over like Avengers, right? This is what I gotta say. I wasn't like. This is my thing. I watched the movie and I didn't even see like I like legit. There was stuff in the dark. It's like I couldn't say like, oh, the VFX is amazing. It's like it was good, but like nothing to say like, oh, it's better than looking at Thanos.
It's kind of like. It's kind of like Gravity. I mean, where it's like, oh, Gravity, space looks so great. It's like it's space though.
Yeah,
it's just darkness.
I know. That's all I was saying. It's like, yeah, it's pretty dark. And my thing is, this is what I think. What the Oscar judges were out to do. They were out to give Black Panther, a lot of awards. And then when it came to VFX, they were just like,
I think the awards that Black Panther got were deserved because I think costume design and production.
I didn't think this was the soundtrack. I didn't think so.
Yeah, no,
unless you're talking about. I don't think they were talking about Kendrick Lamar's album. I think they were just talking about the soundtrack in general. Which was
not score. I'm just talking about like that one. I don't think it deserved, but I think it deserved production design and costume design because those are really good.
I agree with those two, but like when it came to the soundtrack, I was like. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Bohemian Rhapsody winning film editing.
Yeah,
like
I didn't watch Bohemian Rhapsody, so I can't say about that one. Didn't you watch it or no?
I didn't watch it, but I've seen scenes online, and the editing is like so bad. Like it's so fast, and like it's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I hate movies that have a whole bunch of jump cuts. Those are so bad.
Yeah.
Like, if you got actors, the character can't do it, just don't do it, bro. Them jump cuts are so terrible. It doesn't feel. It hurts your eyes.
Yeah. And the one that took it home, and I'm glad it wasn't snubbed. Well, no, I forgot to fully talk about saying about the kind of like to run home about this. When you look at Thanos, though, you see like hairs on his arm, pores on his face, sweat on his face. It's crazy how realistic that dude looked like, right? And like seeing the details and shit. It's like insane. It's like really insane, to say the least. Were there some issues with the CGI? Yeah, like there were some with Mark Ruffalo's head and Hulkbuster. That was pretty bad, right? But when it came to like Thanos himself and like seeing those type of scenes in the battle scenes with him in it, it's mind blowing. I feel.
Yeah,
And
I
like
agree.
I think like the second best like CGI though in a movie would be then Aquaman.
Yeah, even though even though there are some strategy scenes in Aquaman, like in the throne room where he's tied up.
Yeah, but like they're gonna have to be those.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Like I loved the CG in Aquaman,
Mm-hmm.
but like I think it should have been there over Black Panther.
Yeah.
And there were some like beautiful shots in Black Panther, but just that last fight scene was just like
that looked like a PS2 game. Oh man, CGI was pretty bad. They were just like, our budget went through a lot of stuff, so we're gonna have to make this look really, really bad. Make them look like video game characters. But I guess what do you think, Jigga, about Avengers being snubbed for best visual effects?
I mean, it sucks, but wait, who won?
Man.
Who was it again?
It was First Man that
First
one.
Man, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that movie, so I can't say. But going off what it's based on, Neil Armstrong, I can't see it being that great of a movie because, like, dog, he's just in space.
Yeah, so blackness, dude.
It's like, bro, like, I don't see how. I don't know, bro. Some of the decisions they make is just like, who made this decision and why?
Yeah,
like they should make like a show where people just explain this decisions on why what they chose and why. That'll get a lot of views, bro.
Exactly. I think they just don't like, I don't know, superheroes movies and stuff like that. But they have to, I don't know, entertain people with having them win some awards. But visual effects should definitely show with the Infinity War. But I was glad that Into the Spider-Verse did not get snubbed for best animation.
Yeah.
And it very much deserved to win the award. And can I say that I think that movie should have been nominated for Best Picture instead of Black Panther? That's just me, though. I don't know if you guys feel differently, though.
I agree.
What about you, Jigga?
Black Panther was the best movie of all time, so I'm surprised it didn't win the best movie of the year because it was the best movie of all time, so it should have won.
Jigga. Too funny.
Nah, but no, CG in that movie wasn't that great, bro. It's like, I mean, it was at parts it was good, and the parts it was really bad. So it's like, yeah, yeah. Well, it was good up until like the last scene where they like fighting and shit, where it got really bad.
But would you have rather had Into the Spider-Verse be nominated for Movie of the Year than Black Panther?
Nah, I would rather have Black Panther.
Is it because it's live action, or is that it? Mm-hmm.
I didn't like Into the Spider-Verse like animation that much.
Oh man,
Like it's good. Like I would watch it, but it's like it's not for me. That's what I'm saying.
Well, all I gotta say, Jake is a hater, confirmed. Doesn't like Into the Spider-Verse. But
Man,
oh man, but what I was gonna say though is, can I just say this though? I just find it ironic. Sony makes the best Spider-Man movies and makes the worst Spider-Man movies. Is that a fair assessment to make?
Yeah, it's just like X-Men makes good X-Men. Fox makes good X-Men movies and bad X-Men movies.
Well, like that's even comparing like the Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, I can't compare Far From Home, but I feel like that's still going to be the case. You know, I don't think Far From Home is going to top Into the Spider-Verse. Do I hope so? Yes, but I don't. I highly doubt that. But do you think like Marvel Studios can top those type of qualities or no, Inspector?
Oh no. Like I liked Homecoming. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It still fell into like the typical MCU type tropes
Mm-hmm.
that MCU movies do. I don't think Far From Home can top Spider-Verse.
No.
But like I don't think Homecoming surpassed Spider-Man 2, so I liked Homecoming, but
my thing is, I feel like this is blasphemous, and like a lot of MCU fanboys would hate for me saying this. Is like I hope this right. Yes, Sony keeps the rights for Spider-Man, and they still continue their partnership in the MCU. You know, a lot of people would hate me for saying that, but you like if Sony gave up the rights for Spider-Man, you would not have gotten Into the Spider-Verse at all. You know, that's like fact right there.
You know, I kind of agree with that though, because like they're not focused on like animated movies. They're more big budget, hire all the best name actors, put them in the movie type thing. So yeah, I give you that one.
You know, that's what I think though, and let that simmer for some people. But I think that is really. Did I miss anything else? Because I don't think so.
You missed the Star gaming news of the Star Wars thingy.
Wait, what? There was
Star Wars game going to be shown off at what is it in Chicago somewhere?
Wait, are you serious? Am I being punked up?
Yeah. It's the one that oh my god, is it Dice? I think they're making.
So Dice is making another Star Wars game?
I think so.
Or are you talking about Respawn?
What is it called? The Fallen Order or something?
Yeah, that's Respawn.
Oh, Respawn. Yeah, Respawn. Okay, yeah.
Wait. So where's it being shown off?
What is it? I think it was like in Chicago in some event they're having. I can't remember.
Respawn events, Chicago.
Yeah, we're supposed to get some.
All right, here we go. EA have announced that Respawn Entertainment will finally reveal Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on Saturday 13th, April 2019. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Star Wars Celebration. Yeah, you're right, Jigga. It's in Chicago. Well, they do need something. I think they're going to be doing a lot of stuff for that. I think there's going to be a movie trailer for... Okay, I guess we can talk about this too. I guess we can say that for Star Wars Celebration, we're probably going to get a movie trailer for
Episode 9.
We're going to get this, which they announced, Respawn Entertainment. So we'll reveal the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order during Star Wars Celebration Chicago, which will run from 11 to April 15th. Okay. Oh, we got more information. The story will revolve around a Padawan who managed to survive the fall of the Jedi Order. Following the execution of Order 66, players will apparently be able to explore the galaxy and see what became of it in the time after the Jedi fell or fall. According to the official announcement, this will happen during a panel which will also discuss never before released details about the game. The release window for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order has been subtly announced as the post mentions a fall 2019 release. So, yeah, I'm hyped for it, actually. That sounds interesting to see, like, the destruction and see... I'm guessing you're trying to find other Jedi, even though you're a Padawan. It would be kind of cool if you were Ahsoka, but I don't know if that's going to just be... No, it wasn't really explored in Rebels, or even probably won't be explored in Clone Wars show. But yeah, that's dope. I'm hyped. What do you think about it, Jiga?
I hope it's good. Like EA has been killing the Star Wars franchise so long. Hopefully, they come out with a good game. And
it seems like they don't meddle when it comes to Respawn. You know.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Well, hopefully, just leave this game alone and don't try to don't get microtransactions. We need more microtransactions. Like, bro, shut up.
Yep. Exactly. What about you, Spectre? What do you think about this?
It's cool. It makes sense that they're doing it at Star Wars Celebration. I'm kind of in the mindset of Jago where, like, EA has done so much damage to the Star Wars brand in terms of their video games that, like, I think there's going to be some pushback by fans, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, the pitch sounds interesting, but it's only execution.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So, no, we got one more thing. I just remembered this.
Oh man, spooky dog.
Yeah, so a lot of controversy with Rotten Tomatoes. They removed the must-see tab of like people voting for like it's like yes or no if they want to see a movie. Captain Marvel had like a 35% for people wanting to see it. People said, it was the trolls and stuff like that, and then Rotten Tomatoes decided that they're not going to do that anymore. They're not going to have if people want to see the film, they're just going to have the review for the movie. Now, personally, I've said this multiple times, I don't care for Brie Larson. I don't really enjoy what she has to say. Just like for me, it just gets me not to want to watch her movies. I talked to Jigga about this. Like with her saying stuff, and even the Spectre, it's like makes me less and less want to see the film because she just spouts a lot of nonsense to me, and I'm just like, I just don't want to deal with all that. But do we think this was really trolls? I think it's a combination of both. I think some people were just very put off by what Brie Larson has to say, right? As well as there was some troll stuff. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, it's more of both. But I do plan on going to see that. Oh man.
I had a friend text me that. It says, I think, let me give you an exact. He says, when are you seeing Captain Marvel? And I haven't even responded to it yet because I was like, I don't know if I want to tell him never.
No, you a hater, but that movie gonna be fire.
Oh man!
And then when it is, I'm coming here rubbing in your face.
I hope it's a good film. I really hope it's a good film. That's all I gotta say. Listen, Brie Larson just got me too much to the point where I just don't want to see this movie anymore.
Like, I will agree, like, the way she's talking is annoying, but it's like, look, ignore her, facts.
Ignore her? It's just too much nonsense at one point. It's like, all right, the first 4 things you said, okay, that's fine, right? But then you say like 8 more things, then I'm just gonna be like, okay, this is getting out of hand. I'm just surprised Disney
Why
has.
you listen to what she says? Well,
Bro, it's on my news feed and people retweet this stuff.
Everybody who retweets it, unfollow them, dog. Facts.
I might have to block all Captain Marvel things.
Yeah, okay, yeah, do that. That's way simpler.
Just
Not
mute
simpler,
Captain
but
Marvel.
I might have to do that.
Mhm.
Some of the stuff I see, I'm just like, I'm done, dude. But Inspector, do you think this is a combination of both trolls and people just not wanting to see the film, or do you think it's like it's just purely the trolls? And they were
I think it's a mix because I think there are generally people who don't want to see it, and they're like,
I think they're just put off just like by me. Like they're not put up by me.
They're not going to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the trailers are not interesting to me, but I'm still going to see it.
Yeah.
Like my expectations, like I hate the whole like lower your expectations thing because that's just a way of saying, oh, the movie is bad, but it's not bad if you lower your expectations. Like it's kind of a slight at the filmmakers, so I hate using that phrase, but because it's such an overused phrase now for like movies that are like considered bad or lesser than other movies. But like my expectations are just gonna be like in the middle. Like it was kind of the same thing with Homecoming, where like the trailers didn't really do anything for me, so my expectations were in the middle, and I liked Homecoming, so I assume I will at least like or enjoy Captain Marvel. Like I didn't really like Ant-Man and Wasp that much, but like I'm more looking forward to Endgame than Captain Marvel. But
it's facts. Do also gotta say shout out to Gal, Wonder Woman. Not saying this type of stuff when promoting her movie. Oh man, don't want to spark anything, but I did. But I think this is gonna be it for the podcast. Just a short episode, actually. Do hope everyone enjoyed it. There's just not a lot of gaming news, even movie news. Oh wait, forgot. Will Smith. We talked about this legit before the podcast. Good word. Will Smith's not going to be in Suicide Squad 2 as Deadshot, right? That was breaking news for that. Am I surprised? I'm not, because it sounded like a new cast and like the only one returning was like Harley Quinn. So, yeah. What do we think about this, Inspector? I know you brought this to me.
I'm personally not surprised. It's in the report. It was from Variety, and I think all the other big trades picked it up after Variety broke it. But the big reason, I guess, was schedule. But they always say that. I think that's like I think that's one of the reasons. But I also think one of the reasons is that he wanted more money, but they couldn't supply him with more money, so he left. But they said they left on good terms, so I believe that. Like to me, I liked Will Smith, even though he was just playing Will Smith as Deadshot. He wasn't really playing Deadshot. But like I could see them recasting Deadshot. Like my pick would be Colin Farrell as Deadshot, but I don't know if he's a box office draw enough to be.
Haha, Colin Farrell. I just find it ironic though. He's used both what Bullseye and now Deadshot.
Yeah. I mean, but Bullseye was like 15 years ago, so.
No. I think he's a good actor, but I just find it ironic though.
That's true.
Both those type of roles. Even though they're two like different characters in terms of like personalities though. Very different. But Chica, what do you think about this?
I have no opinion. No, it's fine. I really kind of don't have an opinion because I wasn't gonna watch that movie. I couldn't finish the first one. I got to like halfway through, and I'm like, this movie is terrible.
I mean,
there's no point in me continuing.
Like you heard, like the It wasn't even edited by the director. Like he had his own cut, and that was the music. Was it the movie trailer company?
Yeah, Trailer Park
legit edited that movie.
It wasn't that good of a movie, and I didn't enjoy it, bro. So it's like I wouldn't be in the second one. I don't know, bro. If I get that paycheck, I'll be in it.
Anyone will be in
man,
the movie if the paycheck was right.
Yeah, that movie was like not that good though.
Yep. But it is what it is. This is it for the podcast episode. Hope everyone enjoyed it. It is a very short one to say the least, but hopefully we'll get more news next week. But make sure to hit that like button if you're watching this as a video or / past broadcast, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content from us, as well as hit the bell notification so you guys can get updated as when the episodes go live, as well as videos for this channel go up. And also let us know in the comment section below what you guys thought. If you guys had differing opinions to ours, let us know. And yeah, you can also look forward from my channel. We'll be posting quite a bit of videos because I'll be on spring break. So that's going to be very interesting time. I'll be doing was Kingdom Hearts 3 a disappointment video, and as well as some theory videos in Kingdom Hearts 3, as well as my thoughts on Anthem, more concise review. And I might do one for Gears of War 4 after beating that story. But yeah, I look forward to that. And Twitch, I will try and live stream like old games / multiplayer games. I'll start doing that probably this weekend. And I also will be live streaming Anthem as well on the main channel for YouTube. And make sure to follow me at Reddit420 on Twitch and on my Twitter at Reddit240. So yeah, Jigo, where can they find you at?
Well, guys, if you like my voice and want to see me, you can check me out on twitch.tv/JigaApril, where I stream randomly. Very randomly. But yeah, that's it.
Jigo, why don't I get that voice and stream though?
Oh, wait, whoa, what are you talking about? Did they get this voice in stream? Hater.
Oh man. And Inspector, where can they find you at?
They can follow me on Twitter at the Inspector.
Yep. And did you post that article yet? Because I didn't get to see it yet, or didn't see it.
Yeah, my article got posted last Thursday.
Last Thursday. So if you guys haven't followed Inspector, follow him and then go through his tweets like a stalker and find his article post, which I might have to do. Probably will do, actually. But thank you guys for showing up. Hope you guys had a fantastic time. This is the Overleveled Podcast. Signing off.
Yeah.